Saying to Arjun, noble indeed are all of these, but the sage I hold is verily myself. The Gnani is myself. For being perfectly harmonized, he resorts to me alone, God alone, as the highest goal. God gives such a big certificate by saying that all four types of devotees mentioned in verse 16, turning back to verse 16, you've got the person in distress, the seeker of knowledge, the seeker of wealth, and the wise one. All of them are noble, but out of these, the Gnani, the wise person, is God's self and is a part of God. This is because such a devotee is perfectly harmonized and resorts to God alone as the highest goal. Such a devotee knows that there can be nothing greater than God. This devotee always resides in God and therefore never separates from God. That is why the Gnani, the wise person, is God's self. Such a devotee can never be separate from God. You cannot go in front of God in a disguise. Until a human being does not attain the state of a Gnani, a wise person, then he cannot be free from going in front of God in a disguise. Mahavir Swami in Jain philosophy gave a very beautiful word I like a lot, called Bahu Chitvan. Satya's encountered this a lot at the Peace of Mind sessions. Bahu Chitvan, a human being is Bahu Chitvan. Today's psychologists have given the word multi-psychic for this. Many people live inside a single person. There are many people living inside one single person. We think that we are one person, but there are many different people simultaneously living within us. There is a whole crowd of people inside us. While there is this multi-psychic mentality, and while there's this crowd, then the Supreme Soul is not there. In reality, the Supreme Soul is there, but one does not have the wisdom of the Supreme Soul, one does not have the experience of the Supreme Soul, and one does not have the awareness of the Supreme Soul. A Gnani, a wise person, has immersed the crowd within him. A Gnani, a wise person, has gone from Bahuchitvan, multi-psychic, to becoming Ekachitvan, meaning unipsychic. When one becomes Ekachitvan, unipsychic, then they can immediately attain the Supreme Soul. We may ask God how long such activities will take and how long it will take to get rid of this disguise. If you look at the whole world, it's just a jungle of disguises. Young children often have parties where they go to come in costumes. The young children come with their costumes that they've made. They dance and they sing. When you look at this, then it's fine because these children are aged 5 to 7, but has the whole world not put on disguises? Every person is covered with a disguise. People experience pride from these disguises, and people fear these disguises. People experience pride from these disguises, and people also fear these disguises. This pride is wrong, and this fear is also wrong. There was a small town where there was a circus going on. The circus had come to town, let's say Winter Wonderland. A person from the town had no job or business and was penniless, and therefore he thought about it. He went to meet the owner of the circus to ask if he had a job for him. For example, to sell tickets or to help people to their seats. The person told the owner of the circus that he was prepared to do any job, be it big or small. The owner of the circus said that he had a job, so he called one of his men to give this person a job. The owner of the circus made a sign, and this worker understood what it meant. The worker took the person and gave him a job where this person had to wear the skin of a tiger and to play tricks. The tiger had died, and the owner of the circus had no money to buy another tiger. The owner of the circus could not afford it. The person wore the skin of a tiger and said that he would do it. The person said that he did not know what to do after wearing the skin of the tiger, but the worker told him not to worry, and he should wear the skin, the tiger skin, and sit on the swing like a tiger would. The worker said that the swing would keep swinging, and the people in the circus would look at him in the tiger skin in amazement. The worker said that the other people in the crowd would know the truth, but the children would enjoy it and be happy. And circuses are there for the young children. The worker said that the children would enjoy this, and the person agreed to it. The person put on the tiger skin. There were 5 to 7 other tigers there. The person on the tiger skin was placed on a high swing right above. The swing was swinging. The tigers at the bottom were doing such nice exercises like jumping through a ring of fire, while the person in the tiger skin looked down from above from the swing. The person had to watch this because he had come to the circus for the first time in his life. Therefore, this person was playing his part, but at the same time, he was observing the other tigers. He got so involved in observing the other tigers while performing his job that he slipped from his swing and fell to the bottom. The 5 to 7 tigers nearby him that were close came to him, and he started screaming for help to people. One of these tigers came up close to him and said, "Be quiet." The person thought, "Is this tiger talking? How have they taught this tiger how to speak in the circus?" The person asked the tiger, "How can you speak?" The tiger said, "I am also in disguise just like you. I knew how to jump a little, and therefore the owner of the circus gave me a job where I had to wear this tiger skin. I knew how to jump, and therefore my disguise of a tiger jumps. You do not know how to jump, and that's why they made you sit up there. Now you be quiet, because if you start speaking, then all of us will lose our jobs." People wear such disguises. In the circus, in the form of this world, the same thing is going on. Every person has worn a disguise. When one person wearing a disguise goes to another person wearing a disguise, then that person has a fear. As soon as the disguise moves from the person's face, then the person realizes that the other person has the same disguise. This is how fragile these disguises are. A gnani, a wise person, is a person to whom everybody has left their disguises. How long does it take to remove these disguises? When can one come to God? Shri Krishna gives us the answer to these questions in the next verse, which is a very important verse. Verse 19.